Hey, what's up, guys? I am back for another upload. Um, I noticed on the last video my voice was a little hard to hear, so I'm going to pronounce my words a little better, be a tiny little bit louder. Everybody's asleep, so uh, you turn the last video up, you can hear it fine. But I'm trying to think what we can talk about. What I can talk about to you guys. I had something in my mind here. You know how forgetful I am. Um, I'm very excited for today. I'm going to get some vitamin D, some sunshine. No matter if it's cold or not, it's going to be great. Get this leg taken care of and get back to rock and roll. Um, I hope that, you know, it can get to where I can do my 6 hour stream still, because 6 hours seems to really just like, shoot it up there as far as the watch time goes. Uh, I do not want to be laid up in some hospital. If I have to do it, I have to do it, and I know you guys would, you know, want it that way. It's the smart thing to do. It's not near as swollen as it was, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign. There's still something there, so I'm gonna ask them why. Tell them the situation with my chair. I have a chair that does all these wonderful things, magical things, almost. It'll You can be in a sitting position and be raised up 14 inches. You can put knee blocks on. You can stand up like everybody else. Even though your legs will not hold your weight, the knee blocks hold your knees in place, and you stand up just like everybody else. I can roll around 1.5 miles an hour. It's freaking slow, but it's cool. This sucker will lay flat. It'll go like this, where your feet are way up here, and so many things. I I'm dedicated to YouTube, so uh, I don't always hate. I hate headrest on wheelchairs, to be honest with you, anyway, because I still have control of my neck. I don't need a headrest all the time. Now there are headrests in cars, and you don't need them, but it's just the thing with me. It was funny. I had it off anyway. Um, I could put it on and off, right? I had to actually remove the assembly that the headrest goes on, so I could put my YouTube sticker on there. So I'm definitely dedicated to the platform, and I hope that they don't let me down. Um, I'm doing the best that I can. So many of us are doing the best that we can, and that's all you can do. Just a few things just a few opinions of mine. I do think if you're a single dad, a single mom, and you have to go to a job, and there is no other like husband or wife that takes care and runs the house. These days, things are different. Sometimes the man stays home and takes care of the kids. Sometimes the woman does. The woman's does. The woman does. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make you less of a man. You're taking care of your family. That's the way I see it. But, but, I do think that if you're a single parent, I said single, and you have to go work, and your kids got to go to the babysitter, and you come back home after a long, hard day's of work, the last thing you feel like probably is going to your computer. Now, some people are freaking wired to have all the energy, like a 7-year-old or something. That's like, what the heck? But a lot of us don't. And I think that $4,000 is a little too steep. I think I think you should lower that down just a little bit to be fair. I mean, I talked to one guy. He was a manager, like the manager at a Sonic Drive. He said with a full-time manager job at Sonic and doing that, he made it. He received the 1K fan members. He received the 4K hours you need. And he said it about to had killed him. And I believe it, guys. We're humans and we need to rest. We take care of ourselves. And I really realized that lately. How frail that we're strong, but when you sit here and you grind for hours, you put everything else to the side. You quit worrying about your health so much. You really do. You don't mean to do it. You're just trying to be a dedicated creator. But you have to take care of yourself. And that's what gets me. It's like Peter said, what if I really need 2 weeks off? What if I need the time off? What if I need 2 days off? If you take one day off, they are going to take your minutes away from you. It might not be a whole lot, but it's something. And with me, every minute counts, every hour counts when you're trying to make this your career. So that's one opinion. I'm not afraid of sharing my opinions. But this way I can get it out, and I'm just by myself, and there's no risk of any kind of not that I have much argument with people or nothing, but uh, politics, racism, things like that, are things that I try to stay away from. I try to stay away from on my live stream. This is an upload. Now, feel free to leave negative, positive comments. You know, express yourself. Okay. Politics, as far as politics goes, every president has messed up and screwed up in some way. It's just gonna happen. There are some good parts about Trump. And yes, I do call him President Chump sometimes. It's not very nice. But it's just, I'm unclear. Is he a racist man? Or is this a bunch of stuff people are just making up? Um, I think building the wall was I think it was a bad idea, to say the least. You're taking taxpayers' money to pay for a wall. Okay, not everybody knows about the drug cartel. I've never met them. I never want to. But they have money. They have money to do whatever they want to do. What is he thinking? As long as there's supply and demand for drugs in America, it's going to happen. You can't blame it all on the Mexican people, the cartel, because America is the top country that wants drugs. America is. It's just a fact. There's a supply and demand. All the cartel has to do is buy a tank, buy an F-15 and blow a hole through the wall and come right on through. Or make tunnels. A wall was just, I don't know what he was thinking. That was a dumb idea. Just, really, a wall. No matter what you do, they're gonna find a way. As long as there's supply and demand, they're gonna find a way to get across that border. Now, as far as my opinion on people coming from Mexico to America, I don't like when people say, "Oh, they're taking all our jobs and all these things." Guys, you gotta understand, life in Mexico is rough. Most of you people do know that. Some people don't. So this is kind of directed but this is for those people who think the opposite way. I mean, life is hard there. It's toward them, but I'm discussing with you guys too. Life is hard there. Did you know you can be a vendor on the side of the street? A member of the cartel approaches you and says, do you want to be a member of the cartel? And if you say no, they'll shoot you in the head and leave you on the street bleeding. So They don't have much of a choice, folks. When you are dirt poor and you have nothing, and your family is barely eating, I mean, it's what are you gonna do? Are you gonna die and leave your family in more dire straits? Or are you just gonna do the deed you don't want to do? Make some money, your family eats better, they get clothes, they get education. The Mexican people have it rough. Now, as far as them coming over here, no. If you're a drug cartel member and you intend on keep doing what you're doing, I would rather you stay where you're at. Okay, just stay where you're at. I don't want that kind of people. There's already those kind of people here. We don't need any more drug druggies and drug pushers in this country. It's bad enough as it is. If you want to come over here and you're just doing it to make a better life for your family, which is most of the times what it is, then who am I to say no? Who am I to judge you for wanting a better life for your family, right? If we were in their position, we would want to cross that border. If we knew we could make our family's dreams come true by crossing a desert, you could die, you might make it. But you get so desperate, guys, and you want the best for your family, you would do anything. Most people, most dads and moms would give their life in a split second, in a nanosecond too, for their kids. I would give my life for my niece and nephew. I love them so much. One day, school was starting, and I was like, okay, are they going to pull the bus to where the door is facing the driveway? Because there was an incident where a lady plowed through, went around, and literally killed 3 or 4 kids because they were being idiots and weren't paying attention to what they were doing. And what I was gonna do, I was like, if they're gonna put the door towards the other lane, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna sit in that lane. And if anybody's gonna die, it's gonna be me. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to my niece and nephew or my mom. I would give my life, I would lay my life down and without the slightest thought. And you gotta think about a lot of these people that come over, they're not druggies, they're just, they're family guys. They're moms, uncles and cousins, and they just want a better life, guys. So that's where I stand on that situation. You know, we can't blame it all on, Mexico. That's not right. That's not right. They have a crooked law system, maybe probably more so than ours. Um, we have our crooked people too. There's a lot of people here in America. I wish that I've seen crooked politicians. Just go and find an island and you dump those scumbags off on the island because we don't need those kind of people around. I don't want. I don't. I don't want. I don't want the drug cartel around. I don't want that kind of stuff around. Period. I don't. But I still want to come back on, guys, and share a few opinions. Uh, and I think these opinions are better expressed by myself. Now, I know you guys are going to see the video. Please react in any way you want to, negative, positive. Give your feedback. I don't judge anybody for their opinion. It's called the Constitution, guys. We are all entitled to an opinion, and I will never get mad at you for having uh, any opinion, you know, unless it's just like you want to say, well, oh yeah, we support pedophiles. I'm like, you what? No, I will be blocking you. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. You know, you know, mostly yes, yes. 9% of the time, opinion. I'm not gonna. Why would I? That's your opinion. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got one, and you have to learn how to respect that. Now, sometimes I've watched my own videos. I'm like, man, I got a little heated on the subject. I didn't cuss. I didn't yell at anybody. But that's the thing, though. When you have a strong uh, belief, a strong, to something, you're gonna have strong opinions, strong emotions, and you want to be heard, and it's understandable. I get that. I mean, shoot. Um, I think if I do talk about racism, politics, anything like that, it's gonna, for the most part, be on here doing this, uh, where there's no risk of any, you know, when everybody has such strong opinions about even sports, political matters, religious matters. Like me, I'm a spiritualist. I don't necessarily like. I'm not 100% on believing God's not real. I don't know that. When we pass away, we're going to figure that out real fast, aren't we? Right now, pretty much, I'm a spiritualist. If a if a matter comes up and that is dire, somebody could die, somebody could. I will pray for that person. I will do that, just in case there's something to it. I will do that. Little matters, no. But if a man or woman or a child's life is on the stake, I will do it. I will pray for him. Um, I had a very bad experience with religion, and it wasn't really religion. It was religious people that were wolves in sheep's clothing, and they looked all shiny and happy on the outside. It's like going to the car lot. You buy a nice shiny car, but on the inside, the drive line, it overheats. Um, they have put so much fluid in to hide things that are wrong with it. In the inside, it's a very bad thing. These people were bad people. My wife cheated on me. Her mom physically attacked me twice. A guy with MD hit me with her fist. They didn't want the church to grow. I ended up in a cult, guys. It was a messed up thing. I even think she was um, having relations with her uncle. I know she cheated on me with the boss. The whole situation. So, but if there is a God, that's not God's fault. That those people are buttholes. And I've got to say, shame on them. Shame on you, for making a religion that's a lot of it is a lot, not all of it. A lot of it is peace and love. Shame on you for taking that and twisting and warping and using somebody else's mind. That was wrong. Now, I do have my strong opinions about, uh, the, in the Bible, there's no gay, lesbian, there's no transsexual, there's none of that. There's just, you're a sodomite. That's what the Bible calls gay people. It calls gay people sodomites. It says the woman who is a lady of the night. Okay, we're going to say it that way. Okay, we're going to be, I have to keep things nice. Uh, to an extent, as far as certain things. Oh, yeah, let's stone her to death. The sodomite's going to burn in hell for all eternity. Have you ever got a lighter? Have you ever actually got burnt on accident? Do you think having a different sexual preference deserves to be? Do you think you deserve to burn in hell for all eternity? I don't think so. That's why I have a problem with the Bible. Right there. They don't teach you that stuff in Sunday school. Okay, guys, today we're going to draw a picture of Jesus, and we're also going to color a picture of the lady not getting stoned to death for getting around. No, they don't tell you that stuff. They don't. They don't tell you that stuff in Sunday school. They brainwash you to thinking the Bible's such a wonderful, beautiful thing, and it's all great. But they don't tell you about that part. So that's my issue with the Bible. Now, just because I have an issue with the Bible, here's my thing. I don't know if there's a God, and if he thinks that if you're a gay, lesbian person, whatever, a sodomite, and as far as the Bible says, that you're going to burn in hell for all eternity. I'm hoping it ain't real. I'm really hoping it ain't real, because I don't think they deserve that. I think some people are born different, and they never feel comfortable in their body. Look at Bruce Jenner. Look at that. Turned himself into a woman. Now he's actually he's having second thoughts, but there are people that have that change, right? They go into surgery and they have a change. You know what I mean? And they're happy and they feel comfortable in their own body. They're happy. So you need to burn in hell for all eternity for that. I can't get down with that, guys. Now that was the Old Testament, of course, but it was still in the book. I mean, there's so many religions. There's thousands of religions, thousands of different books. The Quran, the King James, the NIV, the blah 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 blah. Oh, there's tons. There's man-made religions. There's people that worship. Like Buddha. Buddha. I don't know if they worship Buddha, but if they do, he was a man like me and you. He bled and everything. Now spiritually, he was probably a lot more in tune than a lot of us, but he was still a man. So there's just some of my ideas, guys. I'm letting you inside my head a little bit, you know. Now, I do ask that any comments, any things you want to talk about as far as this video is concerned, please just leave in the comments here, and just leave it off the live streams if we can. Let's just leave it off there. Um, now, every now and then we've kind of delved into some little things, and that's okay. But you know, for the most part, if we can, as far as if you're definitely if something angers you on here, and I'm not trying to do that, but if something angers you, please leave that on here. I'm not gonna be mad at you for leaving negative comments. We all have our different points of views, guys. So I just wanted to do another upload while I can. I love you guys. Peace, and I'll see y'all in a little while. Bye, guys.